Greatest selector, but we have to say that, because we give credit where it's due. Big up Long Pocket, because if it wasn't for Long Pocket, Chris wouldn't be here. I wouldn't even get to meet the big man himself. You understand me?
That's right, that's right.
It's a
Much
pleasure
respect to Long Pocket, making it all possible.
Oh, bless her, bless her. Me and Pocket go back many, many years. School days. Even though he looks slightly younger than me, older than me still. But now I give thanks for the opportunity to come on your station, and I give thanks for all the works you guys do over here and promoting Pekin production. My brother couldn't make it today. Dub Duke is in the studio, but next time still.
Oh, Duke couldn't make it because Duke is in the studio. That means work is still being done down Pekin Syndicate studio there. Oh, you mean? I love to hear that. I love to hear that. I want to ask you our first question. I think one of the listeners there really wants to hear this question. When did you want to be a producer? What made you want to be a producer?
Well, basically, many people know Pekins. It's not me. The original is my dad. Started a record shop.
So it's the legacy.
It's a legacy.
Ah, sure.
And Pocket and them, even Andy, a lot of customers from the 70s been coming to the store in the bush. Even prior to that, when my dad came from Jamaica, he came here with the name association with Cox and Dodd, started just selling records. So when I got to an age, me and my brother, we decided, my dad didn't produce, and he grew up with all the great producers, he grew up with the great artists, then it'd be nice to kind of endorse his name in a different way. So in 2003, we took upon our head to start a label, and we did on Bond Street, the Bitty McLean LP. But it was always like a vibe and a drive of mine to do this. You know?
So it's always been a passion of yours?
Always been a passion. Like most of us in this room, we all love music, and whether it be reggae, soul, whatever, and you have the inspiration. And I knew all the great producers.
So like how you the music inspires us. Is there a specific song or a specific producer even that inspired you to become a producer?
Well, obviously, I would have to say Cox and Dodd, because my dad and him had a sound together in Jamaica in the 50s.
Okay.
And my dad came here, and alongside Buster and Lee Perry and that, they trusted him with his stuff. And I used to say, Dad, why don't you produce? He said, nah, I don't have time for that. So it was always something I wanted to do. Okay. My brother Duke wanted to do, so we done it.
You're taking it to a different level. How you mean? Making people in their yard just touch up them beats, them building and them treble. I tell you, how you mean? The music sweet down at Pekins, I tell you, it's a pleasure to have you here in the building. But how long have you been in this side of the business?
Well, as I said, 2004 is when I really started getting into the production side of it. I mean, even before that, I was doing more, ashamed to say, R&B kind of things, to be honest with you. I started putting out soul stuff. I used to work with these guys called Best Kept Secret, with RS Digital, do you know?
RS Digital, yes.
And these guys called Giles and Terry, and that's who, well, Lamar, Kelly LaRock, that's who they got their Best Kept Secret. So it was stuff we was doing there, and then I thought, nah, this isn't really me. I'm selling out. I better do some reggae. And then Bitty McLean is someone who I met one day. He was going to master. There used to be a place near, it's called Townhouse, where most big labels used to, Richard Branson used to own it for mastering records. And I met Bitty one day and we was talking, and then a few years later, after his success, we met up again. He came in the shop and I put it to him, doing an album, and he said, yeah, he'd be up for it. And obviously the results was Walk Away From Love, Baby Tonight, Cruising, all became hit tunes, and the album kind of bust the name on a big way across the place, like New York and Jamaica especially.
So as producers, apart from the artist's talent, what other qualities do you look for in an artist?
Well, their mannerism, their attitude, because I mean, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you haven't got a good attitude to go with it, then it's going to be a headache for me or the producers or for them, because you ain't going to want to deal with them, you ain't going to want to give them the best, they're not going to want to give you the best. It's a relationship really when you're going into production, because you have to get on the because I can't have a hit tune if the person ain't going to write a hit song or they're not going to have the right attitude. So
So they're gonna put in the right amount of effort.
yeah,
That's right, that's right. I know that Peckins is a hard-working syndicate out there right now. About how many recording artists would you say that you have to listen to like on a weekly basis?
well, people obviously through Twitter, through Facebook, through just finding me, come and check me. And I think we're in the golden era of UK artists. I mean, we had that boom before in the Lovers Rock time.
That's true.
But now I think the game's moved on. Then we're in a kind of we're doing music that even people in Jamaica really like. Cause Lovers Rock they wasn't really too keen on in Jamaica and around the Caribbean. But now we're giving them like yard production. You know, we've been inspired by a lot of the artists that live in here from Jamaica. We've all grown up around them, and it's kind of like we're giving them back our rendition.
Giving them the hardcore from the UK. Let them know how you mean. Because, you know, sometimes you travel abroad and a lot of people don't really know that we have reggae music in England. I don't know if you travel and find that in certain places they don't really know about the UK talent. You know, so it's definitely good what Peckins is doing, bringing a lot of the UK artists from now, this era, you know, and bringing them and putting them on rhythms, and, you know, they're getting a lot of ratings from it. You know, people are hearing it all over the world. So what is the biggest struggle you have as a producer?
I tell you what the problem we have in the UK, not just me, you've got many labels. You've been playing a nice selection of UK productions, I must say, before I come in. And you got obviously like Stingray, Necessary Mayhem, Frenchie, Holy. But the problem we have is that before we used to have Jetstar as like a portal into the big world. With
Distributors.
Yeah. We no longer have that. So really, in a way, it's kind of works to your benefit in some ways. But at least with Jetstar, you get your stuff in territories that you'd never get reggae into, like places like New Zealand and Australia and
Okay.
places like that. I mean, we're getting our products into like places where you expect it to go, like Germany, France, Holland, Japan, the States. But when you had Jetstar, you had a bigger market to sell to. And
So what actually happened with Jetstar?
Well, they went under, really. You have VP Greensleeves now, but VP owns Greensleeves, so they've taken away their control. When you had three, then you had VP, Greensleeves, and Jetstar. Now you only have VP. So if you don't really want to do business with VP, you kind of
Not much options.
Yeah, not much options.
And it's about them wanting to control your product.
That's what it is.
Yes,
That's
I see. Catch-22.
Catch-22. I mean, you can still.
Some people say don't say 2, but them one they are 22.
That's true. So that's the only predicament. That's the only downside. The only other good side is that there's much more independent labels and people doing their thing. So collectively, we have to work together in the UK. So it's not like a Peckins on its own. If I can go through a door and Stingray and Necessary Mayhem or whatever, I will tell them such and such. Boy, there's a man who's willing to license stuff in such, and that's the kind of relationship we have with all of the producers here. You know, I might have a rhythm, they might have an artist who want to go on it, they ring me. Because that's why I had Sandra cross on the Heaven in Your Eyes rhythm. Because Diddy rang me and said, Chris, Sandra loved the rhythm, you want to voice her? And I said, yeah. So it's not like a money thing, it's a vibes.
It's a vibes, that's right.
That's right.
The love of music.
That's right.
Yeah, of course. It has
And
to be
that's what reggae music is all about.
much.
That's right, that's right. So, as a producer, how do you define success?
Really, I look at it like what I can leave when I'm gone. When people pick up Studio One now, they think of Coxsone Dodd. Obviously, he never made millions of pounds out of it, but the notoriety he's got is famous, you know, and that's the problem we have with reggae. Many other music have come and gone past us, and we know reggae is the best music in the world. I don't even take back no talk. It's the most inspirational, and it does everything, and everyone listens to reggae and take elements from it and make their own music.
Achoo!
Jungle, funky house, garage, grime, whatever, and hip hop.
Yes, that's
you
right,
be
that's
40 and them one day, you know. You understand me? Make it big off for reggae music, so it's the truth what you're talking about, my brother. Oh, you mean, Chris?
It's for real, that's how it is. And really, you see great artists. I mean, I'm privileged to be brought up in a environment where I've been seeing many artists from I was a kid, from all the greats. I don't think there's much of them I've never seen or met before. And I'm still meeting great artists who's giving me a lot of encouragement. And then, I mean, I see people like BBC and Al Campbell, Dave Barker, Earl 16. There's many of them around town in London, and they pop in and they give you good advice. You're doing music, yes, Chris, if you do that, or if you do that, or no, don't do that. There you go, yeah. So, for me, it's a music that it's got a long life, it's got longevity, as they say, and I'm fortunate that in the UK now we've got a great crop of artists coming through day in, day out.
That's
Not
right.
just for me,
That's
for
right.
everybody.
That's right.
True,
UK music
true.
definitely improved, definitely stepping up right now.
Stepping up, and the youths them are really good. I mean, even with the grime music, it's not something I'm into, but I love how they work collectively and doing their stuff. And the reggae youths them have to kind of step up there, but we need some young ones involved into it too. It can't be just 30-year-olds and older. We need some 20-year-olds doing it too.
True. Spread the music.
True. But you know what, Chris, before you go further and start beat up some tune in the building where some people never heard you understand me? You don't know, there's an all-important time where we got to go into that all-important advert break, information break, commercial break.
Bro, choir.